Okay. And
Iggy.
are we live? Are we? Are we? Huh? Huh? Are we? Are we? You see this? I don't have that problem. Just saying. Hi, welcome to. Oh, I just got to change my screen here. I forgot where I was at. Welcome to Seats from a Hat at Home. That part I knew. I don't know why I needed to. We are an accidental impromptu comedy team. We'll supply the jokes, you supply the laughs, okay? I'm your host, Jay Sterling, but more importantly, we have your friend and mine, Mark Olson, everybody's friend, John Bickford, BFF, Sherelle Renee Childs, and companion to all, Miss M.A. Dorfler. All right. And we've got a few games here today. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with a game called Switching Characters or Switching Roles. And this is a game where two of our players, what they do is they enact a scene, and at various points in the scene, I'm going to say, switch. And whatever the comment that I said switch on, that last statement has to be said by the other person, and then they change the roles. You'll figure it out. It's easier. It's easier to understand watching than me explaining. So we have game number one is Switch, and it is John and M.A. Switching roles. So John and M.A. John, you're an attorney, and you are consulting your client, M.A., before you go to court. So if you are ready, I hope I hit the right buzzer. Begin.
Um, so,
I'm really nervous.
yes, I understand that. I mean, I I just recently graduated and just barely.
That's why I'm so nervous.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, can you handle this?
Um, well, I mean, it is jaywalking, and that can be a kind of a tough one. I mean, it's really cut and dry, that law is.
Switch.
Well, it's cut and dry, the law is.
Oh, well, I mean, there are gray areas. There's some gray, really just super, almost black areas, but they're gray.
Well, as the one that went to
Game
law
where
school,
two of our players.
I would be remiss if I didn't advise you as to what you should be pleading when you go into the court. So I think you should be, I think you should say that you're guilty.
Switch.
Guilty. You're guilty, I say.
But I was next to the crosswalk. I wasn't quite in there, but I was next to it. I mean, doesn't that count?
These are these gray areas that I was speaking of earlier. You know, I mean, if we were way off of it, like in the, in almost to the middle of the street, then yeah, but that close, there might be a.
I was really hoping you could get me out of this.
I was too. I really went into this with that intention, and just lost my focus. I don't know.
Boy, I wish I had more money. I'd hire a different lawyer.
Switch.
Well, I wish I had more money, because then I'd hire another lawyer.
What the reality of the matter is that you don't. So, being that as it may, I am your lawyer, and it would be better for you to have a lawyer than to not have one. So I would suggest that you continue to pay me and continue to have me represent you.
Well, when you put it that way, I guess, any old lawyer is better than nothing.
Did you just call me old?
And see, yeah, I know, John. That ranks up there with does my butt look fat? Oh shit! What was it?
I was like this close to saying something, and I was like, "Thank you, Jay."
Okay. Okay. Game number 2. This is for all our players, and it is press conference. And we're gonna give Ma a break since she slam dunked the last 2 that she did. We're going to give her a break, and we're going to have John, the holder of the press conference.
Oh my!
The magic of technology. Our one job producer is sending information to the other 3 contestants. And what this is, the way this game plays, is that John has just finished a press conference, and he opens the floor for discussion. And throughout the comments and questions that they are giving him, he has to figure out A, who he is, and B, why he's holding the press conference. So, judging by your expressions, I see the 3 of you got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. John, press conference, take it away.
I am so glad that you could sit through that entire 8-hour meeting. It exhausted even me, and I'm just so grateful that you all stuck around, rolling your cameras, and yes, you
Can I
down
ask
there.
a question? I've been waiting here forever.
Of course you may. I saw your hand go up, and that's
Okay.
a signal.
Well, I'm Diane from Cincinnati Daily.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I would just like to know, was it a shock?
Was it a shock?
Were you anticipating this, or did you?
Oh, no, I actually never anticipate anything. Everything in my life is surprising and shocking. Every moment. It's horrific. Oh, yes, you're the glowing
I'm
one.
Suzette from the Gazette, and
Yes.
I just wanted to know, was all the heavy breathing really necessary, or were you just trying to be dramatic?
I mean, I like heavy breathing. I've heard it on the phone many times. Always the same number. Anyway, so yeah, I'm okay with some heavy breathing. I mean, is that you were questioning how much? I'm sorry.
I asked if you were just doing it to be dramatic.
Yes, man who looks like dock worker.
I'm from a galaxy far, far away news, and I'd like to know about your escape pod.
I sounds kind of like a personal question to me. It's not really what I call it, but yes, but oh, that escape pod. Oh my God, my bad. Yeah, it's come in handy. Oh yes,
Do you
host.
wear black? Do you have any other colors?
Um.
You know, it's like Pride Month and all that stuff. What are you?
Well, I don't know anything about Pride Month in this galaxy. I mean, that sounds like something really far, far away and way ahead. Yes. You.
So did you tell Luke before or after all the chairs started flying?
Well, I mean, I made myself chancellor. I mean, through basically sheer will and, offing a whole lot of people. I mean, it's tough, you know. It's tough being a Palpatine. I think.
I didn't play the music, John.
I know. Yes. Doctor.
The question I have has to do with when Luke and Han and Leia got on the show, did Steve have to be called in to keep them separated?
Well, I mean, they were twins. Like, they were bound to grow apart. Yes, please.
What do you think the final thought for that show will be?
Final thought for the Mandalorian?
No.
No. Yes.
Do you have just the
Fancy
one
shirt.
black suit? Do you always? I mean,
he's,
we can't see your face. Do you always wear that cape?
Oh, you froze up there, so I didn't hear all of it.
Did you choke me?
I'm trying to. I mean, I should be able to. I'm Darth Vader, right?
Okay.
I was like dancing around every character.
Palpatine, I'm trying to say, come on, John, come on.
No.
Okay,
God.
one down. Why are you holding the press conference?
Oh,
I think we can ask more questions.
yes. I would like so many more questions. Yes.
Does Luke know that the host of the show is his brother?
Host of the show is his brother. Yes. Yes, Jay Studding.
So, did you use the powers of the Force to throw the chairs?
I broke all the chairs on the set. Yes.
That's kind of a rowdy crowd for you, isn't it? I mean, couldn't you have calmed them down somehow?
Oh, is that a mosh pit?
No, the audience in the studio.
What?
It's a studio. Chairs are flying.
What?
I know. That's what I said.
Question here.
Yes.
What
Oh.
do you think when the audience all chants his name?
Nathan?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
All right, let's
What
what
the
we're gonna put you out of misery.
I'm gonna go into Southern pretty soon.
It's not Maury Povich.
Yeah, my dirty Southern.
Sherelle, do you have a giveaway to give him?
Well, you kind of took my giveaway, so.
Oh,
It's
God.
not Maury Povich. It's the studio. Chairs are flying. You're the father.
It rhymes with Barry.
Oh,
And it's a dog.
Maury? No.
I just said it's not Maury. No, Jerry Springer.
Oh, Jerry Springer.
You were on the Jerry Springer show. I mean, you should know this. So, like, you watch it daily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only like season 1 through 3.
Yeah.
After that, it's really.
I don't know.
really a
I
bunch of
couldn't.
crap.
I mean, chairs fly on her. We used to fly on Geraldo, but I don't think they did it in either show. Do they? They normally end up in a fight, right?
Yeah. There's some chairs thrown and people
But
piling
Steven,
on. Like
Okay. Wait till we get back in the studio. Ha 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 ha. Moving on. Game number 3 is called Changing Lines, and in this game, It's going to be enacted out by two of our performers here. It's going to be Sherelle and Mark. And I'm going to give them a scene. And as they go through the scene at certain times, I'm going to say, change. And so whatever the last thing they said was, they have to change it to something else. Sometimes it follows a pattern, sometimes it doesn't. So, Sherelle and Mark, your scene is that, Sherelle, you're visiting Mark in prison. Okay? So Marianne's laughing. I didn't say it was a conjugal visit. I just, that could be on the phone, right?
I'm
Whatever.
sorry, I'm a fan of true crime, and I was just watching that this afternoon.
Okay. Marianne, MA is going to mute her microphone during this scene. Sherelle, go ahead and take us away. Changing lines in the prison.
So after this is over and you get out, you're still gonna marry me, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna marry you.
Are you sure? Because I was afraid you were gonna fall in love with some hot prison guard and just leave me.
There aren't any hot prison guards, believe me. They all look like Maury Povich.
Change.
They all look like Jerry Springer.
Change.
They all look like Darth Vader with his mask off.
Change.
They all look like a giant Cheeto.
Ew. Okay, that's kind of reassuring, but now we've got the problem that you are surrounded by giant Cheetos, and I think my only option now is to try to break you out of this.
That'd be great. I'd love to get broken out of this. It's kind of boring in here. There's nothing to do.
Are you sure? Because you can always hide a spoon and start digging through the wall. That's something to do, and I can meet you on the other side.
Change.
You can always weave your bed sheets into origami. That's something to do.
Change.
You can always run around the dining hall pretending to be a dinosaur.
I tried that once. Didn't go well. The warden, told me, what I could do about trying to be a velociraptor. Because when I tried flying over the buffet, it got messy.
Change.
It got so messy that the mashed potatoes, they went into the Darth Vader guard's face, and he couldn't breathe.
You mean he finally stopped making that menacing phone stalker sound? Yeah.
No, he started to gurgle. The potatoes got in there.
Menacing phone stalker.
It was really
sound?
ugly.
So he was basically
No,
Darth
he started
Coffee
to
Maker
gurgle.
then.
The potatoes got in there. Kind of like that, yeah. Coffee maker, or maybe like a bubbling fountain that like you hear in some park somewhere. Can you get me to a park? I really miss being at the park.
Well, let's see. We could switch places and we could pretend that I'm you and you're me, and then you could just walk out of there and oh God, I don't know what.
You just want to meet a handsome guard. I know where you're going with that. You want to switch places so you can get the handsome guard. There aren't any.
You said one of them looked like Darth Vader, though.
With his mask off. Have you seen Darth Vader with his mask off? He looks like a little old man and he's bald.
He's still Darth Vader.
Change.
He's still mildly unsexy.
Change.
He still looks like a giant talking rabbit.
Change.
He's still totally my type.
You always have liked him evil. That's true. You like the evil ones. So, that explains me.
True. I wouldn't say I'm attracted to evil, though. I'm attracted to chaos.
Yeah, and
and you provide plenty of it.
Absolutely.
And I could have twice as much chaos if I dated both you and Darth Vader.
Change.
I could have twice as much chaos if I just ran away and robbed a bank.
Change.
I could have twice as much chaos if I just sat in a rocking chair and learned to knit.
I got caught up and I didn't want to say change. You two were just battering around back and forth. I liked it. That was good. Wow. Although I was waiting for you to say, what does Darth Vader look like? I was, John. He looks like John.
Me?
Game number 4.
Oh.
The last one. Let's make a date. And Mark is going to be the contestant. Told you, May, we're giving you a break today.
Oh dear.
And now, our redoubtable producer is sending you your quirks, John, Sherelle, and Ma. And Mark is a contestant on a dating show. And the unique thing is that he has 3 of the totally upper crust society individuals to choose from. And it's such a waffling decision he has to make. Yes, John, we're looking at you. Right.
Oh.
So
I heard upper level, and I was like, what?
If the 3 of you have your quirks, you got them?
I do.
All right. So let's make a date. Mark, if you're ready to start asking questions. By the way, Mark will have 2 rounds of questions, and then we're going to ask him to figure out who these people are. All right. Take it away.
Bachelor, not number 1. I think it's number 1 is the Bachelor, the guy out here. Tell me, if you and I were to go out on our first date, where would you take me?
I believe I would take you to the next tax haven, preferably one with no extradition.
All right, tax haven, extradition. Okay, works for me. We're, trying to save some money. All right. Bachelor at number 2. Same question. On our first date, if we're going to go out and you're getting to plan it all, where are you going to take me?
Well, I kind of like Olive Garden. But
Actually, Sherelle is number 2. Did we
Oh,
say
I'm
the
sorry.
numbers wrong?
Nope, I'm sorry. Go ahead. That was me.
You can still like Olive Garden if you like.
So you're saying
I'll come back to you. I'll
Okay.
come back to you.
So you're saying that you want to try and kidnap me? Are you serious? And you just want me to pick the place? Like, you're weird. Like, what do you have against me?
Okay, let's go to number 3. Same question. You started with Olive Garden, and I was liking where that was headed. Well, what else would we do?
Well, I kind of like your glasses, except that I like contestant number 1's frames better. I like that shape better, and I like the color of your beard better too. And I like that you're wearing a polo instead of just a regular t-shirt. It's just kind of it's just classier. It's much better.
Okay, let's swing back and let's go to Bachelor number 1 with a beautiful polo shirt, beard, and normal glasses, I guess I'd say. Let's have a question about what is your favorite activity to do while you're sequestered at home?
Well, my favorite activity that I do is basically ignoring a whole lot of calls from Jordan. I mean, he keeps calling me, and I have to ignore all his calls because I don't want him to find me.
All right. Bachelorette number 2. You seem to have a little bit of a concern that I might be trying to kidnap you. That's not really my motive. So I'd like to come back to the question I actually asked. What would we do on our first date if you were planning it?
Are you trying to break up with me already? Like, I'm just trying to live my life here. And let me guess, you have photos and you're going to show them to the authorities, aren't you? Well, I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything either.
Okay. And bachelor number 3.
Yeah.
We had the Olive Garden thing. It was such a wonderful time we were having, but then all of a sudden, you went totally off on my looks. I'm a little concerned about that, considering that technically you're not supposed to be able to see me. So how did you know what I looked like?
Well, actually, I just want to make another point that, you know, the other bachelorette, she has these beautiful red lips, and I think those are just gorgeous. And she might have issues, but I think I can work with that. I really like that.
Okay, Mark. 2 rounds each. I don't know. I'd be shocked if you get John. You want to take a stab at one of them first?
I'll take a stab at John.
Okay.
I mean, with the tax haven, the name Jordan, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out what Jordan that would be.
Yeah.
But I'm just seeing he's some big businessman that's trying to hide all his money offshore.
Close enough.
Really, yeah, that
Close
is
enough.
pretty. Yeah. I ripped off my business partner.
All right. How about Sherelle?
Gorell just seemed paranoid to me. She's worried that I'm gonna kidnap her, or something's gonna go just haywire with whatever we do. And she's paranoid that I'm not gonna be with her. She just can't seem to figure out what she wants.
Yeah, close enough. It's she takes everything in the wrong way, in a threatening way.
Okay.
Oh, I think my sound effects are high. I adjusted the volume. I apologize. I know I did. Murph, I tried.
And my chair was squeaking.
And MA, I'm just gonna say she's a Karen.
I don't know what.
I don't know what that means.
She's more attracted to the other
something
two
wrong with
contestants.
everything, and then she's attracted to everybody but me.
Yeah,
so
she
I'm
was
guessing
attracted
she's
to you.
kind of, always finding something wrong with what she's possibly having and looking at other places. So.
Well, that wasn't exactly it, because I can't type that much. It doesn't fit in the whole thing. Our studio.
Yeah. First word.
Yeah. We're gonna box it out in this box, you mime.
Yeah, more attracted to the other players than to you.
Okay.
Is it?
Meanwhile,
that came out.
back at the ranch, thank you all for joining us on our Thursday night festivities. Scenes from a Hat at Home will return on Sunday.
Really this time?
Jay, at 7 p.m. Thank you. I'm your host, Jay Sterling.
Yep.
And
Same bat time, same bat channel.
I am joined by Mr. Mark Olson, Mr. John Bickford, Miss Sherelle Renee Childs, and Miss M.A. Dorfler. And we've got some more news coming up. Scenes from a Hat online at Home is going to be on the Fringe Festival. The Fringe Festival, as you know, it's a local venue. It's smattering with wild and outstanding, outlandish, crazy stuff. And they're doing it virtual this year. And we're in. And we will give you more details as time comes on. Until then, we'll see you Sunday. I'm your host, and on behalf of Steve Murphy, our producer, laugh at something, will ya? Thanks and good night.